Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to have a little bit of a look at Pokémon Violet, not Pokémon Scarlet. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, Pokémon Scarlet is not really what we're talking about today. We're talking about Pokémon Violet. You see, over in Japan, as I've told you a few times at this stage, they split Pokémon Scarlet and Violet into separate sets. Now, they're not really separate sets like that. They're very much a double set. So you've got Pokémon Scarlet EX and Pokémon Violet EX, and they release on the same day, and they are very much designed as two halves of the same set, but they are actually double sets. Or they are a double set, I should say. Which is to say, completely different card lists. If you want Miraidon, you've got to buy Violet EX. If you want Koraidon, you've got to buy Scarlet EX. They are literally different sets, but they are released on the same day as a pair, etc. The difference is, in terms of how easy it is to get hold of these, oh my word, they're not even close, ladies and gentlemen. They are not even close. Slightly upsettingly, I did enter the lottery over on the Pokemon Center online to try and buy a box of both the sets. Was successful with Scarlet. Was not successful with Violet, which in hindsight is definitely the wrong way round. Although literally about half an hour before I recorded this, I did find out that I was in fact successful with the lottery to buy a box of Triple Beat. So you know what? It's not the end of the world. At least I can get my Triple Beat. So anyway, I want the alternate half viewer Coco. It's nothing to do with this video, but I've just remembered it exists and I want it so badly. So anyway, what's the difference between Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet? Well, the difference essentially is that if you're trying to pick up a box of these, you are going to find yourself, well, it's going to be much easier to get one of these than the other. Now, if we use Amazon Japan as a nice little example, the first thing you see is, hey, you can actually pick this up below retail if you enter on Amazon and get an email with a code. Look, I've entered literally every Amazon product lottery for the Pokemon TCG since they moved to a lottery system, and I used to buy quite a lot from Amazon Pokemon TCG wise before the lottery. Since they've introduced the lottery, nothing, literally nothing, which is a little bit sad. So we go to the resellers. What do we find on the resellers? Well, we find it's not even close. Like, not even remotely close. It's nothing like what it should be. You see, ladies and gentlemen, what it should be is about 5,500 yen. That is the retail. Now, if we start having a look, we can see that there are some there which are like 10,000 yen. It's about double retail. What's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that they're listed as used very good. But what they actually are just 30 packs. It's not actually a box of Pokemon Violet, it's 30 packs. And I've told you this before, but it really does bear repeating again. Single Japanese packs are very weighable and you should not trust them. In each pack you get 5 cards. And some packs you get 5 random commons and uncommons. Some you'll get yourself a holo. Some you'll get yourself like a full art secret rare, etc. They are very weighable. It is, if you've got a decent scale, very easy to go through Japanese packs, pick out all the ones with a holo or above, put all the ones to one side that definitely have 5 commons and uncommons, and then sell 30 of them in a box and you pull nothing. No. Don't fall for that, ladies and gentlemen. Please do not fall for that. It's not good. Brilliant. Okay. So we go up a little bit and we find some used like new that are about 18,000 yen. Bearing in mind, the RRP is 5,500 yen. So you're talking more than triple retail here. And the difference here is, you don't get shrink wrap. Now, it is worth bearing in mind that it's still a box, and they've got the tear strips on boxes now, so it is harder. You can't just open the box, you have to tear the strip, although I'm told by people it is possible to get into the boxes without breaking the tear strip. It is quite a nice security measure. It's not perfect, but it is there. But again, it's not shrink wrapped. You don't have that same level of security. So it's a little bit awkward, shall we say. How much are you paying for a brand new one that is actually shrink wrapped? 19,000 yen. Not quite quadruple retail, but not a million miles away. To get a brand new shrink-wrapped box is going to set you back 19,000 yen for a 5,500 yen product. Pokémon Violet has gotten, quite frankly, dumb. For what it's worth, Scarlett EX, it's not the same. And I can say that with a little bit of confidence. I've actually not looked up the prices yet. I'm kind of doing it as I record the video. But I feel pretty confident that we're going to be okay here, ladies and gentlemen. Because you can get a like new, as in one without the shrink wrap and the box, just 30 packs, for like 6,000 to 7,000 yen. Now, again, I wouldn't buy these because, like I say, they're very weighable. But you can see the difference here. You're talking like 6,500 yen, whereas the equivalent for Pokemon Violet was 9,500 yen, which is a bit of a problem. So, yeah. If you want to buy a box not shrink-wrapped, it's going to cost you 7,200 yen. Now, again, that's still, it's 5,500 yen retail. And again, because you're not getting the box, there is an issue here in terms of have they been searched, etc. Although, like I say, the tear strip does help with that. But this is still, like, significantly cheaper. The, like, new, no shrink wrap but in a box for Violet is 17,500 yen. That is 10,000 more yen. And if you want a brand new with shrink wrap and all of that good stuff, you're still going to have to pay a little bit above, which is a little bit sad. But you can pick up a brand new with shrink wrap for 9,000 yen, which is about half of what you're paying for Pokemon Violet. Pokemon Scarlet is in every way just a significantly cheaper set. So, why is that? Why is it that Violet is so much more expensive? And if we look at shops like Card Rush online, you can see the answer. And this happens sometimes with these double sets, all the best cards have ended up in Violet, not Scarlet. Like, all the best cards. We go on to somewhere like Card Rush. It's not the only website available. It's one I like using personally, but there's plenty of others. And if we go and have a look, the top 3 cards are all from Pokemon Violet. Like, your top card is Miriam, which, as a side note, has risen somehow, impossibly, to 124,000 yen. I think we need to talk about this one more in the future. But 124,000 yen is, frankly, a ridiculous amount of money. Like, an absolutely ridiculous amount of money. You're talking here about $900. 909 if you want to be a pedant, but I think rounding it to 900 will do fine. It's a $900 card. There is nothing close to that in Pokemon Scarlet. The second place for the whole of the double set is the full art of Miriam. And again, I'm still a little bit confused by the full art and special art rare of Miriam being so popular because, and I'm sure a lot of you had this reaction, I did come across Miriam in the game, but when I saw the Miriam cards, I did not immediately was like, oh yeah, Miriam, I know her. She was not exactly one of the most prominent characters in the game. But the full art is coming in at 46,000 yen, which is $335, which is kind of ridiculous. And then at about 31,000 yen, you've got the special art rare of Miraidon, which is about a $225 card. What I will say is, at around about the same price, you do actually have Gardevoir EX, which came around in Scarlet. But the problem is that there's kind of like nothing on the Miriam level here. So, sure, if you take Miriam out, you could go, hey, well, you've got Miraidon in Violet and you've got Gardevoir in Scarlet. That kind of makes sense. Incidentally enough, 2 very playable cards as well. but you've got these Miriam cards coming in. And the thing is, I told you in a video a couple of weeks ago, it's gotten to the point where, because I didn't win the lottery to, buy a box of Violet, I'm just buying singles. I'm just going to buy one of all the commons, uncommons, rares, EXs, etc. And then, to be honest with you, for less than I could buy a box for, I'm also going to pick up a couple of the secret rares that I really want. No, I'm not going to be getting Miriam, and that is a little bit sad. But I am going to be getting the special art rare of Iron Treads, which is a secret rare from Violet, which I want very, very much indeed. So I'm just going to go and buy that one and pretend I opened a box and got that. And then it's going to be lovely. So no, it's not even close. Yes, Violet is absolutely wrecking Scarlett in the battle of expensive boxes. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Miriam does not seem to be going down anytime soon. Miriam is still absolutely exploding in value, and this seems like it's going to carry on for a while yet. But now it's over to you guys. Would you buy a box of Violet EX, or like me, are you just going to be going singles at this stage because it's getting a little bit silly? Do you understand the difference between Violet and Scarlet, or do you think this whole Miriam thing is completely overblown? Because it is largely Miriam. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, chat with us about anything you like, and generally just have an awful lot of fun. And get shout-outs on the channel like the lovely James Siapinski, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now, and seems to be a very lovely person. So thank you very much for all the support, and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.